prize to give out. Yeah, my feet are soaked. I just had in a huge pub. Hello and welcome to the Hyperjapan vlog. Very weird intro where I'm really hoping this might hear me. I might have to record this, but that's fine. We are packing up stamp rally packs at the minute. We've got 30 to make. We've done about 12 maybe. Sky is here to help me out today, and then tomorrow I'm on my own. But we have just done set up. I didn't put anything on set up because we were really rushed, and I didn't know what I was doing. We were a tiny bit late, probably, but we made it on time, so everything's okay. So people are just in now. Attendees are technically in, but it's going to take a while to get busy, I think, and also it's Friday, so it's probably not going to be that busy. Perry the platypus. Beautiful. Okay, we are 2 hours into the convention. It is very loud. That's okay. It's getting busier, which is good. Good news, it's getting busy. We've had a few sales so far, but it has been quite slow sale-wise, but definitely not in terms of attendees. There's a lot. Okay, that was a customer, so I had to serve the customer. We sold a bookmark, very nice. Yeah, no, it is going well, but it is slow, like I was saying. I keep forgetting about my stamp rallies. I need to remember, I'm in 2 stamp rallies for this event. We got a bug-themed one and a Sakura Cherry Blossom-themed one, which I'm very excited about. The Cherry Blossom one is one that I organised. You would have just seen us packing the prize packs for that one. But I did have a little wander around. It is definitely getting busier, and I got to say hi to a few friends, which is really nice, and a few people that I've known from online that I've never actually seen in person, so that's really lovely. We always love that. But yeah, it's definitely busier. There's kind of constantly people at the stand now, so I'm gonna go. Okay, so what's the time?
3:51.
It is 3:51 currently. It's picked up a little bit sales-wise. You can tell I've got my fan on because my friend is going crazy. Oh, customer. Okay, just made a sticker sale, so that's nice. Yes, so it's still a similar situation. It's very busy, but not for us. It's picked up a bit, like I said. Given out some more stamp rally stuff, stamped a couple cards, which is very nice. A lot of people just very browsy, but I think that's probably just because it's Friday. I think maybe people that are here for the whole weekend, they're browsing today and then they're planning on spending on the other days. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and film some customer sales now with my new mic, so let's see how that goes. But yeah, overall, going good. I'm just very tired, but I have had coffee, which has definitely helped. Hello, your outfit is adorable. Feel free to pick anything up if you want a closer look, by the way. Yes, please do. Put some more out. Hello, your cosplay looks so cool. Of course. Yes, that's a sticker book. You can have a little look through if you want. It's got some of my own personal sticker collection in there. To find dragons. Ah, are you sisters?
Which ones?
Oh, perfect. Right. I didn't want to say it wrong. Your sister already found some dragons here, didn't you? We've got a few dragons. We've got a couple dragon keychains, and they're actually my own characters. So the purple dragon is my character Blep. He's called Blep because he's always got his tongue out going Blep. And then this is Nemo. He's my orange dragon, and he's a forest dragon.
Yes, I'm two legs, 4 spikes, and it's a
Cute. Very good. Have a good day. We have our first prize to give out. Yay! Stubby. I don't know if I like them.
For the gram, only it's not for the gram. They're square nails, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure I like them.
Oh,
Do you like them?
I've never worn squares.
Do you think they look nice, is what I mean?
Yeah, they look fine.
Hiya! Heavily regretting my shoe choice for today. It is tipping it down, but I'm not complaining because I like the rain after the... Oh my god. Yeah, my feet are soaked. I just trod in a huge puddle. That's really fun. It's great, not complaining about the rain though. It's fine. Good morning. We are ready for day 2 of Hyper Japan. It is, you would have seen a clip of the rain outside this morning. I'm not complaining about the rain because we desperately needed the rain after this heat wave in the UK. but I did get soaking wet feet, and I'm slightly complaining about that. So I'm currently back at my store like a little weirdo with no shoes on and just trying to dry out my socks and my shoes, which is a little bit awkward, but no one will know, so it's literally fine. I've tidied up the stand, restocked a couple of things, and made sure to tidy up behind back here. I've also just been cutting out these signs because I forgot to make them before the event, and also / my printer was running out of ink and being a pain. So I didn't make them before the event, but I've now made them for everyone in the stamp rally. So that is awesome. That is ready. I'm going to get people to collect them in a moment. I also bought these new earrings. Stardew pink chickens from Jammy Weekend. I will tag her in the description, and oh my god, her stuff is amazing. Absolutely love, and also she's super friendly, so yeah, would highly recommend. But yeah, here's for day 2. I probably won't record much today because I am on my own, but I'll try to get a few clips here and there where I can. But yeah, let's see how today goes. Okay, so a little update. It is 3:44 currently, and it's been a lot busier than yesterday. Still very much the same situation of like really, really busy, but then not many people stopping to buy. I've mainly done so well because I've been managing to upsell all my customers, which is really nice because the people that are buying are really into it. Like, they're really loving my stuff, and they are up for doing the stamp rallies. They're up for spending 20 to get the free print and things like that. So that is amazing, and it's really nice to see people so enthusiastic. So I love that. I am onto the second page of sales for today, so that's really nice because we didn't even do the whole page in my. And when I say that, I mean like I track them in my notebook. So, but yeah, it's been pretty good. Decently busy. I am starting to get a bit tired, and my shoes have not dried still. So a little update on that situation. I'm still just wearing my socks behind the booth, which is so cursed, but it's fine. We're dealing with it. But yeah. It's been relatively busy. I have drawn a couple of little sketches. I'll show you. I've drawn a couple of little sketches to put on the front of the booth to try and advertise the little on-the-day commissions I offer as well, because I haven't had any yet, and I thought that could be really good if I could get a couple of those. So we will see if that helps with that. But yeah, that's about it for the update. Let's see what else I can film today. This is a very weird angle that I've got going on here, but just checking the mic was on. But I went and got food. I got some bao buns. They look and smell real good, so I'm very excited to eat these. Went with X12, so you've been seeing a little clip of me with X12, which was really nice because X12 is lovely. Go follow her if you haven't. Her stuff is adorable. Okay, it is currently. Wait, what is the time? We're matching. Oh my god. Okay, hello. It is currently 7:45, so we're nearly done with day 2 of Hyper Japan, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm very excited to sleep. But in the last half hour, I have made a friend, which is really fun. Hello. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Luca, and I have a little business called Juniper and Sprout, and I'm making tons of art friends. This is really fun, and yeah, I've been helping out my friend over. Wait, rotate. I've been helping out my friend, Zoe over here. And yeah, I'm just standing up and being like, hey, actually, you have amazing vibes.
Thank you.
Why would we not be friends?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, amazing stuff over here.
It has been a good day too, and I think we're all ready to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, exhausting, but really fun exhausting. But also, I think that shoes should now be illegal.
Literally. Yeah, I mean, as you all know, I've not been wearing my shoes behind the stand for most of the day because they've been soaking wet. Which isn't fun. They're nearly dry now though. Good update on that. They're nearly dry. Good morning. It is day 3 of Hyper Japan, and I am tired. I've got nostalgia earrings on today because I love them so much, but I themed them with these like pink little cherry ones. Anyway, I'm about to do a little walk around because I've got help today, so I'm going to do a little walk around. I'm going to film some little content for you guys, but I'm very sleepy, so fingers crossed today goes well. So yeah, there probably won't be a lot of talking to the camera today because, as mentioned many times, I am falling asleep back here, but we will see how today goes. The book.
Yeah.
Yay! That is not going to stamp well there. Let's do it here.
Oh god.
Try and do it where I've got space. Okay. Yay! So cute. Thank you. Going to explore. Finger. Okay, so it is, what is the time? I think I've done this every single clip that I'm trying to say the time. It is 2:30 currently, so there's about 2.5 hours left of the con. It is very similar vibes to the other days. We're doing okay. It has definitely picked up a bit since this morning, but it's been just a day. And I think also just I'm really feeling the tiredness from the really long hours from Friday and Saturday. It is a very, very long convention, Hyper Japan. And it being 3 days is just, it's a lot. But I have done some lovely sticker trays this morning, and I also made a few purchases, so I will definitely be doing a little haul at the end. You will have seen a little bit of me walking around this morning, and some lovely artists that wanted to be featured as well, who let me feature them, which is lovely. I was asking people, like, do you want to be in my video? But yeah, it's been a really nice day, and I have met many lovely people, so that is nice. Okay, let's talk about Hyper Japan. So I have a lot to say, so buckle in for this one. If you want to table at this event, I would highly recommend reading all the information really carefully, and all the timings and the days and everything and reviews before booking, because I'm not sure on this one. It is a 3-day event. If you see me looking over, it's because I've got a lot of notes over. It's a 3-day event, and this year you could either, I don't know if this is previous years, this is my first time at this event. So this year you could either set up on the Thursday before, or you could set up on the Friday morning. So I chose to set up on the Friday morning so that I could save a bit of money on travel. So I went in early to do that. You also need to know that the hours are long for this event, like really long. So Friday is 12 until 8 p.m, Saturday is 10 a.m. until 8 p.m, and Sunday is 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Sunday is the only reasonable timings in my opinion. And I thought, that's okay, I can do that. I was like, it's long, but I can do that, it'll be fine. But oh my gosh, did it take way more energy than I thought it would. I was so exhausted at the end of every day, especially because obviously for Friday, for going to set up in the morning, I actually got there at 10 a.m. and then still had to set up, which ended up being a bit of a rush because it's only a 4-foot table, but we'll get into that later. I'm getting ahead of myself. So a lot of people did close up early and cover up the tables and leave earlier than you're meant to, which honestly I don't think is a very good thing to do, just because the convention is advertised to be open for those hours. So if people start packing up early, closing up their booth early, it doesn't look good. And honestly, it just shows like it shows to an attendee that they start to think that the event is shut. So I think it doesn't give a good impression to the attendees, thinking that the event is starting to close. And then also, I got some of my biggest sales in the last hour or so of each day. So if I had packed up early, I wouldn't have got those sales. So you'd also be missing out on money if you don't do that. But yes, I don't think that's a very good thing to do, but I've spoken about it before. I don't think it's good when people leave conventions early. You've agreed to the hours, you kind of agreed to be there for the whole time. I also think the hours did not need to be this long, at all. I definitely don't agree with the hours being this long. But the only reason that people were obviously shopping at these times is because the convention was open at these times, and they knew that the shops would still be open, so they knew they'd still be able to shop around, and so they would leave it until the last minute to come and shop, which is why we were getting sales in the last hour of the convention, even though it was at 8 p.m. and I was like, who's going to be shopping at this time? But it's obviously because they know they can, so they will. And I just don't think the hour should have been this long, because there was so many quiet periods during the day. It was so quiet at times, really dead. But the weirdest part was that there wasn't many times where there wasn't many people around, which is weird because I've just said that it was really quiet. But there was just constantly streams of people, but they were very browsy. They didn't seem interested in the art stands, and there was a lot of artist stalls. So I just don't think that was the right type of attendees. They didn't seem interested in what we were selling. They didn't seem to be the kind of people interested in small art and small artists and what we do and everything. So I just don't know. They were very browsy, not really the right type of attendees, I don't think, especially not what you would expect at what seemed to be more of a Comic-Con or anime convention. The type of convention Hyper Japan is up for debate, because it seems to be anything it wants to be at that time. I don't normally speak too negatively about events, but I really didn't have a good time at this one, so I'm just going to be completely honest with you about it. The last thing I'd say is the biggest thing to note is that the tables are really expensive, and it is only a 4-foot space. So obviously you don't get as much space as you normally would, because the standard table size is 6 foot. They also have a really huge artist area, which is awesome to see, and I had a great time looking around all the artists, chatting with them, doing some art trades and making some purchases of my own. But because of the crowd, like I just said, wasn't really seemed to be the people interested in that, I just don't think having that many artists was a good idea. They also opened up a whole new area after the first bookings had been done, and they opened up a whole new area to get more artist tables in. And I'm not gonna lie, after being at the event, it feels like that was just a cash grab, because the tables are expensive. They are very expensive, and the artists in this extra little area that they'd opened up, from speaking to them, they didn't have a good time. The attendees weren't really even going into that area, so they weren't even getting the flow of people. So I just think they shouldn't have really used that area if they couldn't have made it work. So it's a bit disappointing from Hyper Japan that they did that. So I do think that potentially more artists could have succeeded at this event if there was less tables, so that there was less artists, but we all could have probably had a 6-foot table at that point, so it would have been a normal sized table. Everyone could have done their usual displays, and yes, they wouldn't have had as many artists, but they probably would have had a better quality of tables laid out, just because I think so many of my artist friends as well, we were saying we had to really squish everything on to try and fit everything, or not bring certain things that we would usually bring to conventions, so could have been missing out on sales that way as well. It did feel really, really squished, as in even between the tables you did not have enough room to get out. But I was struggling to get out of my table without knocking my table neighbour's display. I kept nearly knocking over their little spinner display of keychains because it was on the edge of their table and there was just not enough room between the tables for us to get out. So it was really difficult to try and navigate that, and so it just made a bit of an awkward situation for a lot of people trying to get in and out of their tables, which wasn't a great thing to happen. Okay, enough of the complaining. Onto the finances for this event. So the table for this event cost me £210, and then for the extra helper pass it cost me £60, which is very expensive for an extra helper pass, I think. I also spent £186 on travel, which was mostly trains, and then on Sunday I did have to take a bus because of some train issues. On Sunday travel was just annoying. I also spent £47 on food in total, so a total of £503 on my expenses. For takings, on the Friday I took £153, which I'm not going to lie, I was quite disappointed with this. And then on Saturday I took £397, which for Saturday I would have expected a lot more, so that's also disappointing. And then on the Sunday, I took £220.50 for a total takings over the weekend of £770.50, which isn't a terrible number. I obviously did make table back, I did make some profit, but it isn't as good as you'd expect for a 3-day convention. Hyper Japan, I thought, had a good rep. And I thought it would be a really good convention for me. It really seemed to be the type of place where my stuff would fit in. But it just didn't seem to be the case, unfortunately. So this left me with a profit of £267.50 before taking off product costs. So for the amount of time spent there, I wasn't very happy. I just don't think I would do it again because of how exhausted I was after this. I genuinely don't think I could do that again unless if they, reduce the hours or maybe brought it down to a 2-day event instead of a 3-day event. I think that could have been good. But yeah, I just don't think it's the one for me, which is sad because I was quite excited about Hyper Japan. So let's end this video on a happy note though. I'm going to show you some little photos here of my haul from the weekend. I did get some goodies while I was there. I did some art trades with people. So yeah, I'll put in a few little things, talking with other artists, making some new artist friends, and speaking with people that I already knew was definitely the highlight of this convention for me, and I did have a really good time doing that. But that is everything for this video. So if you want to see a more positive event video, you can check out my last upload, which was about Bournemouth Pride, where I had a really, really great time. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!